Okay, so we're gonna watch Books of Blood, which is a Hulu horror original for Huluween. It looked like it might be okay. It looked like it might be stupid. I thought it was the guy for Game of Thrones, but it isn't. Exactly. What else we got to do? It's Friday at 11 p.m. Ain't nowhere to go. Ain't no club to go to. So we open with a dark kid's bedroom and some creepy figure in a rocking chair. Let me get best fiends ready. So now we got this guy in a library looking like a librarian. And he hears some books crash. I don't know if this is a library or just a really rich person's house where they have a private library. It looks private. No, it's public. Public. Oh shit, there's somebody in there. He sees somebody in the mirror and take off. He's running after him. It's probably just a fake scare. Oh shit, it's a robber. He tried to get in the safe room, but it was too late. Oh yeah, he's like, I can pay, I just need time. Looks like Fulton County's come to collect. So he tells him, I've got a rare book worth millions. I can tell you where to find it. You should have gotten in that safe room quicker. His partner waiting in the car, a green Mustang. So you know they tacky. They need to go. A green Mustang? Oh, but he kill him anyway. So they go into Ravenmore to look for the book. Now, I'm sorry, his partner asked too ethnic to be looking for anybody's book of blood. But okay, we gonna buy it. So now we have this young artist heifer and her seemingly unfeeling mama in a cold but beautiful condo. Or maybe it's a house overlooking the ocean. I'm getting a Big Little Lies tea. Oh Lord, so this heifer on some type of meds, there was some type of incident, now she's off her meds. So her and her family trying to eat dinner, but you know she a little insufferable. Oh, okay, the heifer has an issue with sounds of chewing because it got really loud and it's just like, okay, you gotta be on your meds because people need to chew. Charleston chew. I actually preferred a bar none. Or whatchamacallit. Ah. The mama said, I'm sending this heifer back to the farm. They coming to get her tomorrow. I done spent too much money on this heifer. Lord, now she hearing her parents fucking, he look like he is stepdaddy. But yeah, she gonna get the fuck up out. She break into her parents' safe and get some gold cash so she can get on. All right, heifer. So she gets on a bus to L.A. But there's some creepy guy looking at her. Oh God, she on a bus with all this chewing. Lord, now she hearing some type of beating noise and she think it's in the overhead compartment. You better sit your ass down, heifer, and pop a pill. So she see that creepy guy again and decide to get off the bus at the next stop. That tacky green Mustang almost hit her. Tacky green. So she book an Airbnb. So the Airbnb people welcome the heifer and this guy's there and he's like, oh, it's synchronicity. I think you mean serendipity, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Your lack of command of the English language ain't my business. So she settled into her room, but she hears scratching. Scratching in the wall. Giving a rodent tea. Oh Lord, and then out come la cucaracha, la cucaracha. Ha cha 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 cha. Get a refund, and you gotta clean your shit. She turned around and the Airbnb heifer there, and the roach has disappeared, as roaches do. So the heifer like, look, you done had a long day. Let's have some tea and cake. And I'm always down for tea and cake. I could go for some tea and cake now, quite frankly. So they all in the kitchen having tea and cake, even that guy, and then she hear that scratching again. This ain't bad. I'm more entertained than I would ever be 20 minutes into an episode of Love and Hip Hop. Oh Lord, here come that roach again. The Airbnb heifer grabbed the roach and throw it out the window. So clearly that's a family member. So now her and the guy are left talking alone because the couple goes to bed and they talk about being the ant and the hammer. And then he starts slurping his tea and you know, she's like, food noises. So they make plans that night to meet up to go tour the college tomorrow. So she has something called fartophony, which means she hates sounds of pretty much any kind. But you sure talk a lot, so the sound of your voice is clearly soothing to you. But now she hear that scratching again, so she just put on her headphones. That scratching is just like Candace at Monique, just. So now she wake up with thumping at her door, and the door giving a theme song shimmy. So then she see her mama in her room as one of her terrifying drawings. Cause you know she an artist in a horror movie, so she always gotta have some terrifying drawings. And it walks out, leaving the door open. Oh, and now the guy come in and he all hot, sweaty, and muscly. Oh, I wouldn't mind. You better wear that Speedo, sir. But then somebody throw a hood over his head and he disappeared. So now the Airbnb have to come in, take her headphones off, because she's been in like sleep paralysis apparently. And you hear, maybe Dr. Lerner needs to tweak your meds. Somebody needs to tweak them meds with this weird ass dream. So somebody peeping through the window, the one half of rubber temples, then the husband measure her, cut to the ocean. Oh God, now a whole bunch of bugs pouring out of her throat. We could have kept that. I'm eating over here. So the next morning, she wake up, gets herself some coffee, goes outside, the husband outside working on something that he probably measured her ass for. So she go back to the cafe the next day, but we ain't seen that cute guy. Oh God, now she freaking out about the noises in the cafe. So while she gets her to-go coffee, she sees that same creepy guy from the bus outside of the cafe. Oh God, so she tried to light out the back and this guy following her. She get back to the Heezy and the Airbnb have to calm her ass down. She take her through her herb garden, although they don't have the most important herb. So the Airbnb have to open up about her life, and she had twins, but one of them ain't make it. But now, you know, the other one that made it, she got grandkids and she happy. And she's like, girl, you look like you need to open up. Tell mom. Lord, she telling this heifer, I stopped taking my meds. Child, I cancel your reservation for that shit. So she tell the Airbnb heifer she also feel like she being followed. Maybe she should be in a hospital. And the Airbnb heifer said, oh no, hospitals just keep you sick. I need to fuck with you. So Gavin texts her and says, you around later? Sorry, I flaked. His fine ass, I'd give him a second chance. So she go downstairs and hug the Airbnb heifer and say, I'll stay on. So now she back in her bedroom and hearing them noises again. Child, she sees some fingertips behind the wallpaper. When she peeked behind it, and they look dead. Girl, you see somebody giving you people under the stairs till you get your shit, and get out. Oh, hell no, there's an IV bag with blood. Get to stepping. Girl, why are you exploring all these fucking panels? Shut the shit and get out. I know white women stupid, but they ain't this damn stupid. Come on now. Lord, they got a corpse in the wall. She gonna say 911, get help to Gavin, but you know Gavin already dead, dumbass. I mean, I would just close the shit, say I'm running to the cafe for a coffee real quick, or light out the window. But Jesus. All this build up for this kind of stupidity. You know what? I might be good on this. I think I'm going to go to bed, y'all. They done pissed me off. This is too stupid for me and too predictable. I'll see you. So we got the Airbnb heifer telling her, this is a critical time for you. You can't trust your senses. Open the door. Then the creepy guy is coming up the stairs. I think that's a private eye hired by their parents. So she opened the door and give that lady a quick bop with a candlestick. A clue to you. Child, they got locks, big padlocks on the windows. Oh yeah, these people funky. But the husband coming upstairs now. Oh, that's it. Hide in the basement. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'd break a window and jump. So she walk into this secret compartment and all these people start grabbing at her. So she comes out and she sees the front door, but then the husband grab her and the wife stabs her with the syringe and she pass out. So now we know why she was always saying every person in this house, because they got a whole bunch of people in there and the floorboards everywhere. And they got her tied up in the kitchen, letting her know, oh, we gonna take care of you with our natural herbs and painkillers. So this heifer was an angel of death at the hospital she used to work at, and they gave her early retirement. And when her daughter and her family tried to move out, that's when she started taking people's eyes and tongues and keeping them pretty sedated to keep the family together. Lord, so they done got poor Gavin. I knew that. So they taking eyes and tongues. I can't believe this. So really we gonna take the eyes out in the kitchen? Not even over the sink. But the doorbell rings. So the creepy guy that's been looking for her shows up at the door. And the Airbnb lady's like, oh, she left earlier tonight. He said, I didn't see her leave. I think she's still here. So she said, well, come on in. Let's straighten it out. I'll make you a cup of tea. So he go on in and sit down. She's still in the kitchen, paralyzed. So she finally able to move a little bit and she trying to drag herself towards the door. Well, he was trying to find out what that girl said to his son apparently before he committed suicide. But the husband come in and kill him with a quick bop to the back of the head. So she trying to go out the kitchen window, but the husband gonna see her when he bring the car around back. God, why does she keep hiding in these damn rooms? So the car comes and she go to hide in the garage. Oh, God. Of course they got a big cut up body in here. Oh, she sees a chainsaw. Maybe she can defend herself because you're going to have to kill him. I don't know if this is going to have I don't think it's going to have a happy ending. I'd like to see her get away. So Jenna hide in this guy's car, and of course they put his body in there, and the husband get in the car and drive it to the quarry, and the wife is following behind him in her truck, and she hiding in the back seat. She don't realize they about to push this car into the quarry. Lord, out of the frying pan into the fire. So they put rocks on, put a rock on the gas pedal, wedge a stick in the steering wheel, and send the car on its way. Girl, you got 10 seconds to figure it out. And that was the end of her, but it was better than dying at that house. All right, now we've got the nude medium. So we got some woman asking her assistant where this tape of the nude medium came from. We ain't gonna see his penis though, sadly. So now we've got a book club meeting. She apparently wrote a book about him, and first she was trying to prove he was fake, but now she believed. And so this book that she wrote is really about her dead child. So the son ended up getting sick, and her and the pappy ain't had a good relationship. Pappy a little drunky boo. So after she visited her sick son in the hospital, she go back to her office, unlock the door, and Simon's sitting in there. And she's like, why are you here? Get out. So he say, I'm a speaker for the dead. Did you see my tape? So she's like, you know I uncover frauds for a living, right? And he's like, mm-hmm. And who are you trying to prove this fraud to exactly? He said, look, your son sent me here. I got a message for you. So now we got the medium in a nude observation room. I don't know why you couldn't have clothes on. Girl, he got it on and popping. He was like, okay, look, I've accepted your controls, but I need complete darkness. Or rather, the dead do. And child, he cut them lights out mentally, and then we see a red light and all the screaming and the woo start. So then the lights come on, Simon on the floor, and there's like blood writing all over the wall. So they take his ass to the hospital after he fall out. But she saw written in blood, I'm not sleeping, mommy. So the next day, the professor and Simon meet at the gravesite. And she like, look, I'm ready to have my mind open. So if you say my son ain't in this grave, tell me where he is. Girl, please, you ready to have your legs open by him. You saw him when he was nude. He must be confident. Must have that big dick energy. That room looked chilly. So they go to their old house. Oh, it's a captain's house. I love a captain's house. He go right to his bedroom. He know. So she's like, okay, look, why is my son visiting you and not me when I know him? You ain't even met the heifer. Well, I would say this, if you ain't never talked to dead people before, I wouldn't expect it to just start up. Why are you kissing the client? Child, they get to making out. But child, they in bed post-coitus sleeping and we see a ghost wake her ass up. Oh goodness, so she done fallen in love with this fool because he knew her dead son. It was like Miles was giving her permission to love again. Ooh, but now she done caught Simon cheating with some hussy in her house, in her bed. Oh no, one of her students that was at the meeting? Ooh. Okay, he drunk. Oh, child, Simon giving her the real him. She's like, this isn't you. He's like, you don't know me. He said, look, I'm a charlatan. I found out all about your dying son from your husband because I was his sponsor. Ha ha, gotcha, girl. Oh my goodness. He said, I'm pulling out of your foundation because now you're talking investors. That's a little too big for me. I like to be a petty criminal. Small-time confidence man. Girl, she gonna kill your ass. She ain't letting you out. This would not be the time to tell her it's all a con. You tell that when you got away safely. Oh, he paid a maintenance guy to cut the power for the first time in the lab. She gonna kill your ass. You cute, but you gotta go. This really is a budget Ramsay from Game of Thrones, by the way. So she slapped him and he said, look, nobody gonna believe that you ain't in this with me. Nobody. So if I'm going to jail, you going too, heifer. So she go up to her son's room and he drunk. This actually has not been terrible. It's giving me kind of like a Tales from the Crypt tea. The original one with Joan Collins when she killed her husband for the life insurance and then got killed by the Santa Claus. So her son got a chalkboard in his room and somebody wrote on the chalkboard, bring him to us. He gonna see that power all right. So the next morning he go down to talk to her by the swing set. He don't remember what he said last night. He blacked out. So he's like, oh, I told you the truth. Let me get my shit. And she like, oh no, we got a lot of work to do. Maybe I always knew it was a lie. She said the show must go on. And I'ma show you much better than I can tell you. Oh Lord, now she's seeing her ghost son. So Simon performing a convocation. She bring his ass upstairs. Child, so she lock him in there and it's like, okay, get your little shimmy on. And child, the real dead show up and he's like, oh, I fucked up. So he all fucked up and cut up and bleeding on the floor and that's where that shit in. That was a little predictable. That they could have done better with that one. All right, now we're gonna close it out with the two criminals in that tacky Mustang. So they pulling up to Ravenmore, a place where bad things happen. I guess it's some old town. So some ghost woman run in front of their car and then the car shut down. Well, it was tacky. So the one guy gets out to pop the hood, but the other one sees the ghost heifer in the rearview mirror, like she in the back seat. But he turns around and nothing's there. Oh, but the ghost calling him Stevie. Stevie Nicks. Taken by the sky. His dumbass get out the car. Stevie hypnotized. He walk into the church. Oh no, this fool gonna kill himself. Child, so he shoot himself in front of his friend. He was like, wait, no, we can go. So he go back out to the car, freshly freaked out. Oh God, now he gotta deal with his car, but his car is now possessed by a ghost. So he dives out of the way and the car wrecks itself. Uh-oh, and the rats is gonna get him because the car is filled with rats now. Okay, this was, the first one was good. The last two, they need a little work. So this fool's still looking for this damn book instead of just leaving. Idiot. Oh, and of course the house that he's looking for is the same house that the Professor Heifer lived in. So he walking through the house with his gun and then he hears laughter upstairs. So he get upstairs and he sees the Professor Heifer and he's like, where's the book? Lord, so now her and Simon is still together and he's now the Book of the Dead. Whole thing ain't cute no more though. Girl, you hanging around that? I'd have kept him cute and kept fucking him. He said, oh, well, I'll take Simon if he's the book. I can figure out how to braille this on my own. Lord, so now the rats come and get him like, oh, Lord. At least the first one was good. The first one was good. I'm glad they gave that attention. This shit, them last two. So he do make it away from the rats, but then he end up with that garden couple. Okay, yeah, whatever. Now this heifer wake up in the hospital, the car crash heifer. I wouldn't mind a happy ending for her, but that ain't gonna happen. Oh, the parents are there in the hospital. So they bring her back home to their nice-ass house. Oh, Lord, so now we find out this heifer convinced her boyfriend to commit suicide. So it's gonna give us a rip from the headlines tea. Now, why they gotta ruin the one character we was trying to root for? Girl, you talked him off the ledge, now you crying. His ass better come back and pop you one. Drag her ass with you since you wanted to go so bad. Oh, God, so then she go back to the damn garden people so that she can atone. Oh, Lord, okay. All right. The first part was good. But low key, she could have just died, and that would have been like, oh wow, that was a scary story. That's how that would have. Ooh Lord. Ooh. Mm. It was so good, and then it got so bad.